sugar.
He was
How
stitching the
smart
video
of
of
you.
the guy drinking the whole bottle of magnesium citrate.
Oh my God.
Oh, bless your heart.
You do
It's
not
no
know what is
fiction,
about
tell me.
to occur.
Oh yeah.
But it's kind of like nailing something up with a
With a
sledgehammer. It's effective.
It'll do the job, but yeah, that dude's awesome.
Oh, I love
like
him. Yeah. Oh, sugar.
I'm gonna have to get a TikTok.
Yeah,
Be addicted to it.
that dude
TikTok is the shit, man.
Really?
I love me some talk.
Oh my God.
I only follow like 5 people, but they're all funny as shit.
Oh my God. The TikTok is. Yeah, it's just.
I mean,
it's the
I don't
best
know
thing.
how other people's TikToks are, but all mine
Probably
are
like yours.
funny people, baby animals.
Zits.
Ew.
Yeah.
What the
I don't
fuck?
have
Oh
Is it
yes.
online?
Oh yeah. A good like pimple.
Oh Jesus
Yeah, I
fuck
did-
no.
I use
wrong with these
YouTube
people?
for that.
That's y'all are nasty.
So
You're
good.
nasty. You need Jesus. You're
Pimple
nasty.
popping, cute animals.
Oh no, you hear him over here? The other day I was scrolling through something, I think it was YouTube, and I was just scrolling through and he saw a pimple popping video and he said, "Oh, I watched that one the other day."
Okay, no. All right. Not on purpose.
You watched the whole thing.
truth.
I
Comes
only
out.
watched like 30 minutes of it. Okay, it was 2 hours long.
Have you seen this show called My Feet Are Killing Me?
No, I'm not going to.
Oh my God.
But what I watched was this Asian lady, and I'm pretty.
I don't like the Asian market ones.
Well, they were in Asia, and I'm pretty sure that's the only type of market they have. She had this scalpel and some other thing, and she would. And I was like, and the first time I was like, and I just had.
And then you couldn't stop
And then
watching.
30 minutes later, I was
Oh,
like,
I can stop watching.
yeah, 30 minutes
can-
later, I was like, oh God, it's
I
been
can-
half an hour.
I cannot start watching.
And like the thing is,
I don't even want to, dude, but it's like a train wreck.
I don't understand how these people walk around with that much pus in their face.
I know.
Because like
These were all blackheads.
right.
But a lot of those Asian ones, like their faces are so swollen.
I mean,
Yeah.
let me tell you what, I
It
would
looks
not be
like
able
it's
to leave the
awful.
bathroom. I'd just be like,
Yeah.
This woman, it looked like she. I mean, it was like this of blackheads. It was horrible.
Yeah. I'm like,
And I-
it has to hurt.
oh my God, you know it does.
Well, I'm pretty sure getting a scalpel into the
And then
skin
they use
probably
those
hurts
little
because you put it
bamboo
right into
things
the
to suck all
floor
the blood
and
out.
cutting just a little bitty
Like,
bit.
you're not making
to-
their face look
and just
any better.
squeezing the fuck out of it.
now,
I
you're
was
just,
like, oh
now
my
it's got a bunch
God.
of wounds too. Way to go.
And that's another thing I don't like watching the Asian ones because a lot of times after they're done, they look so much worse.
Well, the shit's
Like
gotta
you have just
heal.
irritated their face so much.
I don't. The thing about those ones, because I'll just binge watch. I'm like, oh, it's 3 a.m. But like it makes me mad when they don't get all of it out.
It makes me
and they
mad
just
when they skip
And-
around. I'm like, you just left a juicy one, right?
Well, and
Why
this
did
woman-
you just skip that huge
Gross.
one?
Well, and this woman
That's
was
the
doing that. She
cause
was
of it.
she was getting the sack or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I can't stop watching.
So you shut the fuck up. You can't
Yeah.
say nothing.
Okay, I ran across that shit on accident. You fuckers search it out.
No,
There's
I
a
don't.
difference.
It comes to me and then I get stuck.
I don't believe that.
I don't care what you believe.
I'm like, I wonder. I'm curious, like, why that happens. Like, do they not?
It's like
Is
some
it-
people just have cystic acne. It's
Yeah, I
just like
had terrible acne.
Yeah.
and and people say things like, "Oh, they're dirty." No, it has nothing to do with that. Some people just it's just a thing.
Well, because Lonnie, he has oily skin, and if he doesn't clean his face, I'm just talking.
Oh, a friend of mine, he had really bad acne and he did everything you're supposed to do to keep it. It was just a thing. You know, it was like
I've seen such an improvement.
I'm fat and he has bad skin. I mean, it's just a thing.
I've seen such an improvement in my skin since I started using, because I have really oily skin too, using oil to clean my skin.
Really?
Yes. Because the oil gets in the pores and just kind of pushes everything out.
Got it.
And they actually make a little oil thing at Walmart now
People
that they
sticks.
sell oil cleansing.
I use
But yeah, I was on medicine
Slim
and
Jim.
pills and
I mean,
His name was actually Jim.
I know someone who had bad skin, and she was taking like a medication that was some
like
for some-
Accutane or something.
Yeah, and she said it got really bad before it got better.
They say that it
her
does.
is that
skin
the
is-
stuff they would advertise on TV?
I believe so.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
does.
that
It gets
irritates-
worse before it gets better.
I mean,
It
I would put the
burns.
stuff on and my face would itch so bad. I'd just sit here so I wouldn't scratch. I would just like poke at my skin because everything was so itchy.
That sounds miserable.
Yeah.
That's what I did. So I wouldn't scratch anything and irritate
The
it.
doc-
I know, but the visual that I had was not. I mean,
I'm
you're over
still
here
sitting
serious.
here
and
thinking about Lori eating people.
I'm just imagining
so
this.
disturbing.
I'm just thinking about Lori with
Next
her
time you
teeth.
see her, you're like, remember that time you ate a person?
Yeah.
That's so.
You're a cannibal.
You're a cannibal. The rest of my life,
Oh God.
I ate a person and I didn't even mean to.
Is it okay if you mean to? It was
Could be.
not like that. Not like those 8 times when it was on purpose. That was fine.
Oh,
Well, I mean, if I did it on purpose, I'd own it. But when
right, like. I mean,
no, that one wasn't my
Can
fault.
you imagine
Someone
the
just
therapy
stuck it
you're
on
going to
you.
need when you're like, I ate your granny. I didn't mean to. I didn't know.
She tasted delightful though.
it was the best steak I ever had.
Little stringy, but you know.
There's no texture difference, no taste difference.
A long pig. That's what they used to call it.
Yep.
The other white meat.
That's what I'm eating.
Oh no.
All right, so that's the pig farm.
Now we all have this look on our face.
Like,
All right, let's talk about this Cooney girl because
Who's Cooney?
Why don't you come up with something?
I have. I'm skipping mine because mine's going to take longer.
Just go for it.
Okay, so
Always
We
trying
watched-
to get out of stuff.
oh Jesus Christ! So we watched the most recent Purge movie,
Yeah.
and I know
Purge
that
for forever.
Forever Purge.
Forever Purge.
And I know that ethically and morally, the whole idea is probably wrong.
Probably.
Probably wrong.
He's not going to go out and make a
Yeah, no,
firm
I'm-
statement.
I try not to make 100% declarative statements, but I think like 80% wrong. Do you guys okay, what? There are some people that the world would be better
I
off
know.
without, okay?
Would you like me to make you a list?
No, I've got one. But do you guys think that would, because the whole idea, like in the first couple of movies, not really in the last one, but the first, I think first two, was that the crime rate had gone down to like 1%. So, something just intensely low. But then one night a year for 12 hours, anything is legal. Kill people, rape people, raping is bad. I'm talking strictly killing people. You can rob people, set shit on fire, whatever. But do you guys think that would actually curtail the crime rate?
no.
No.
I
Because-
think what would happen is what happened in that last movie.
People would get a taste for it because there's a certain
And probably more than you think.
yeah, there are two types of people. There are people that it would be abhorrent to them, and then there are the others that would be like, oh, this has been here all along, and I didn't know, and they'd get a taste.
I think there's 3 people. I think there's the people that are totally against it, the ones that would get taste, and then maybe another who was like, we can live without a few of these people, and if I could just get rid of them.
I would add a category of the people who have wanted to do it,
But
like
we're afraid of consequences.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're curious and they've been keeping this hidden inside.
Like,
I think that might be you.
They're
You're the- yeah, you're the one that-
She came alive. Did y'all see? It was like,
like we got my group.
Like, you can go.
like, yeah, I think it might in the short term, but I think in the long term, no, because there's a lot of people that regardless of what they say, they only don't do things because of fear of punishment.
Well, we don't do most things for fear of punishment.
That's not true. A truly moral person doesn't need the fear of punishment to stop them from doing
Okay,
things.
then I'm like 50% moral. As it turns
Our
out.
moral compass just dropped.
Whoop, my bad, I didn't know that.
Well, shit.
I mean, that's like the argument, like you hear it all the time, people that are like, it's one of the arguments that atheists use. And I mean, they've got a point. If hell and the fear of punishment is the only thing keeping you from being a terrible person, you're already a terrible person. You're just a terrible person that doesn't want to pay for what they do.
Well, shit.
So, yeah. So,
And
I
then
don't
what
think it-
happens, is that just a state thing? Is that a city thing? Is it a
I think it was a
country thing? Is it a world thing?
On The Purge, the movie, it was a federal thing.
Okay. so then-
Because it was enacted by the new founding fathers, which was the political party that had got elected into power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then what happens if, it's legal on the federal level and then it becomes a world thing? You know? And then now you have countries like,
but there are rules. Like there are certain classes of weapons that you can't use. You know, you can't drop a Moab on people and shit. There are certain.
Well, there's a hell of a lot of stuff between a rock and a Moab.
No, like I mean, they have their classifications.
Okay.
This part I don't particularly agree with. All the politicians are off limits.
Oh,
Of course they are.
What else? I think those are the I think
They
those
would
are
be
the
in their
only,
bunkers anyway.
yeah. I think those are the only rules, and it starts at it's like 6 to 6 or 7 to 7, full 12 hours.
Really?
Mhm.
So then how would you, if the
Have you not watched The Purge?
No.
I've never watched
Oh,
any of
geez.
them.
I didn't either.
What?
What?
That
All right, our moral compass is falling like minute by minute. Fuck.
We're like, I have to reevaluate everything about my life now.
You know, it's movie. Okay, because like even those Jordan Peele movies, like I have to like mentally prepare myself for that level of.
I love Jordan.
Yeah, I
Peele.
can't watch. I still can't watch a Rob Zombie movie. I can't. Like,
Rob Zombie's fucking gory. Jordan
Yeah.
Peele
Well-
is a horror.
I love
master.
me some Jordan Peele movies. I love
Yeah.
Oh
them.
my
The
god, he
movies
has
are-
found his niche.
They're
Yeah.
amazing, but I just have to like prepare myself for that level of intensity.
Yeah.
For that long.
Yeah,
So, I
Jordan
don't
Peele
know if I
as a
do a
comedian
Purge.
is mediocre,
Oh.
but as a
If
horror
it's an
writer and
intense movie,
director,
I am there.
he
Oh my
I don't
God,
think this
that
is better.
new M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong movie,
Which one?
Old,
Old.
it's fucking awful.
old. Did you say it's awful?
It's awful.
Really?
I heard you could tell what it was about within the first 5 minutes. I haven't seen it.
No, I mean,
Oh, the one on the beach?
yeah, it's bad.
I've been wanting to watch that.
It's so.
Well, you don't listen to her.
stupid.
We'll watch it anyway.
Oh, you just watch it,
I've
but
been
it's
waiting.
stupid.
Aww.
Because I used to really dig his movies, so I was like, oh, come on, I want it to be good. And that's what we went and did for our anniversary, and we were like,
I thought he was like the horror king.
No,
Oh,
he's,
no.
he's
self-proclaimed,
a
maybe.
faker.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan did.
The one with the red.
Yeah, he did.
That one was
Sixth
too good.
Sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Sixth Sense was good.
Yeah.
It was fine, but the idea that you're supposed to be able to figure out that anything that was red was touched by a ghost
Oh yeah, he's got. have you
before
read
anybody
all
else
those?
told you, that's horse shit. Nobody. Whatever.
This one
but
is
he
just-
did The Village, and that was
The
fucking
Village.
dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
He's
his
really
shit is
hit and
really
miss.
hidden.
The Happening.
That was actually good. I like
Well,
that.
but-
I
Old
just
is
hated
not.
Zoe, her character.
Deschanel.
Zoe Kravitz?
No.
Deschanel.
Yes.
Oh.
Her character was just a big old bitch, and
She said plays the girl, so I would never take her serious. I'm like a
well,
scary
this
movie.
was one of her first leading roles, I think.
Okay.
And just her, it wasn't her acting was fine. Her character needed to die.
Yeah, it was just, I was so disappointed in it because I really wanted it to be good. And when it was, releasing right here on the cusp of Halloween, I was like, oh, come on. And it was terrible.
Jordan Peele should be coming out with another movie soon.
I love his
I hope
stuff.
so. He is fantastic.
I think it has
Have
to
we
do.
watched The Happening?
I've watched it a couple of times, but I'm more than happy to watch it again.
Well, I say that because I think the last time we watched it, I said, "Have we seen this before?" And you were like, "Yes." I was like, "Okay, I'll watch it again." And it's one of those movies I can't remember. So it must not be good. Was it good?
I don't
It
remember.
was okay. It was a good.
She doesn't even remember. It can't be that good.
We'll watch it again. It's got Marky Mark, and Zoe Deschanel.
What was that other movie that we probably watched 3 or 4 times? And I'm like, I've never seen that movie.
Along Came Polly.
I cannot
We-
tell you
we've
a
only-
single scene in that movie.
We've only watched it like once because I'm not a Ben Stiller fan.
No, we've watched it more than once because I swore up and down we did not see it. And we watched it a second time, and I still can't tell you what it's about.
The only part that I really remember is him slapping the shit out of Jennifer Aniston's ass. And she's like, "Did you swat me?" And he's like, "Yeah, you like it?"
What?
And
I'm so slow.
What?
what?
Did you cut your hair?
No.
What
No?
the fuck? That was out of weirdness.
Are you
Yeah.
Are you? Bitch, you sure?
I usually have it pulled back. It's
Yeah.
usually up.
Yeah.
I thought your hair was longer.
It's because
Oh fuck! You should see when it's straight.
yeah, it's because it's really curly today.